Is the rotator cuff causing your shoulder pain? This is Dr. Corey Choffner, and I help strength athletes with shoulder pain get back to lifting pain-free through our online shoulder coaching program. As a doctor of physical therapy and a strength and conditioning coach, I use the combination of the two to get you back to lifting pain-free. Now, let's get into the topic. We're going to be talking about your neck and your mid-back, and is it really causing your shoulder pain, or is the shoulder causing neck and mid-back pain? Find out here. Here's a quick rundown of why only focusing on the shoulder joint itself is not really a good idea. Your diagnosis from the doctor may say rotator cuff tendonitis, or it could even say impingement on paper. However, it is usually more complex than that. And you have to realize that impingement is really an umbrella term, meaning it encompasses a whole different slew of things. It could be tendonitis, it could be tendinosis, it could even mean that there's a rotator cuff bursitis issue there where it sits kind of right next to that rotator cuff tendon. What's more important to understand is what is causing the pain, what is leading to the dysfunction. And this is where the neck, otherwise known as the cervical spine, and the mid-back, otherwise known as the thoracic spine, really come into play. Now, maybe you're saying, this guy's full of crap, I don't believe him. Listen up, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a quick test for me to prove my point to you that the neck and the mid-back are related to what you have going on in your shoulder. So listen carefully, bring your chin down to your chest, round your mid-back at the same time. Now, go ahead, try to lift your arms up over your head. What do you find? It's difficult, isn't it? Now, try and do the opposite of that. Try and do a chin tuck first, so push the head to the wall behind you, squeeze the shoulders back towards your spine, and go ahead and lift your arms up over your head again. What do you find? See the difference there? You're gonna have about double or triple the range of motion and overhead mobility. You go from a position of doing this with your head down to getting up to about here, and then you do the opposite, chin tuck, squeeze them back, and you get all the way up top and you increase your range of motion, going to show you that the neck and the mid-back play a role with how the shoulder joint naturally functions. All right, these three things work in unison with each other as one big cohesive unit. So if you neglect one, the other two fall off, and vice versa. Now, listen carefully. I'm not saying that a rotator cuff tear can be fixed by just focusing on the neck and the mid-back. That's not what I mean by any means. It requires treatment instead in all three areas, being the shoulder, the mid-back, and the neck as one big unit like I just mentioned. The key here is to understand what motions you're truly restricted in and what muscles are just not doing their job, aka they're weak. So long-term, the approach needs to have specific exercises and movements to help you resolve these issues and calm the shoulder joint down before implementing any aggressive exercises. And if treatment is done out of order, it can make things worse or you're just simply not going to get better. So what you can try are these exercises here. One is to get the neck muscles firing in the front, called your anterior deep cervical neck flexors, really simple, called the chin tuck or chin retraction. One to open up the thoracic spine, known as the doorway pec stretch, to stretch the pec muscles in the front of the body, as well as the anterior deltoids, and open up the mid-back at the same time. And one to kind of naturally stabilize that scapula through strengthening, which we refer to as a banded external rotation walkout. Now, give those three exercises a try in that order I just explained it. Try it 2 to 3 times a week, and you should start to see some improvements. But realize that this is not going to fully fix your shoulder. If you want to fully fix your shoulder, you need to get a good, accurate assessment from someone who works with people with shoulder pain all the time and is a specialist, such as myself, right? And then you need a plan developed around it with other exercises to supplement those ones we went over. The body is complex, so it requires a complex rehab plan to fix it. Now, if you guys have gotten value from this video and you've been watching up to this point, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss one of my new weekly exercise videos on shoulder pain relief. And if you want more personalized help, we offer free one-to-one shoulder pain fix demos. You can DM me the word shoulder at the link below in the description through our Instagram account. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next week.